Now, children, the first thing we need to understand is the international time. In the morning till noon, all the time is with the reference of AM. 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and so on till 11 a.m., and then after that it comes noon, which means that we have crossed 12 hours and we have reached noon. Half day is over. Time in AM is never changed. But once noon is crossed, and then we start with the afternoon, that is 1 p.m., which is referred as 13 hours. 2 p.m. referred to 14 hours, because here it is from 1 to 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and so on till 11 p.m., that is 23 hours. And then again after 11, 12 o'clock comes, that is midnight or 24 hours. That means this whole international time from 1 a.m. till 12 midnight we cover, it is covered in 24 hours. And the time in PM is always changed into hours. So this is important because when you do the time sums, then when you have to change or subtract PM, then it has to be converted into hours, and then only the subtraction will take place. So that is why this is important to understand. You copy this in your copies. The whole time will be copied in your notebooks. Okay, now children, we start with the time, the rules or the steps to be taken for time sums. This is a very old copy of a student whom I taught in 2004, and see how neatly she has done the work, and I have preserved it because it's of a very good student. Now to find the time knowing of given longitudes. First step is find the difference or sum of the given longitude. That means you have to find the difference or add given the type of longitudes in your sums. If the longitudes are in the same hemisphere, then find the difference. For example, both the longitudes are of the same hemisphere, meaning east and east, like the 70-degree east and 15-degree east. You have to find the time difference of these two, then you have to find the difference between them. Or if they are also of 175 degrees west and 40 degrees west, you have to find the time difference of this also comes in the same hemisphere, and therefore you will again find the time difference. You will subtract the time if a question is like this. But if the longitudes are in different hemispheres, then you will find the sum, that is, you will add the given longitudes. For example, 10 degrees west and 40 degree east, or 10 degree east and 40 degree west, either ways. If they are of two different hemispheres, then the first step is addition of the longitudes. Had they been in the same hemisphere, then what is the first step? Difference, finding difference in longitude. If they are in different hemispheres, then the first step will be addition of longitudes. Now comes the second step, that is to convert the degrees into minutes. So for that we know that 1 degree of the earth takes 4 minutes to pass from 1 degree to the other degree. So if the question had 20 degrees in it, then the second step would have been 20 into 4, that makes it 80 minutes. That means whatever answer you get from adding or subtracting, then the second step will always be multiplying it by 4, because 1 degree is equal to 4 minutes. Coming to the third step, from the place which has both longitudes and the time given, find the direction. So it is telling that the longitudes you have to see. In all the questions, two longitudes will be mentioned. Time of any one will be mentioned, and for the other you will have to find the time. So in this case, if the unknown time lies towards the east, that means we are gaining time, and therefore there will be an addition. But if an unknown time lies towards the west, then we are moving towards the west, and there is a loss of time and subtraction will take place. For example, here this is 0 degree, 15 degrees, suppose the time is 1 a.m. and we have to know the time of 30 degrees. So after doing the calculation and every part step, first and the second step, we will have to see that which side is the unknown time lying. In this case, it is lying towards the east. Therefore, what will be done? Addition will be done. There will be an adding of the time. In the same way, here also the unknown time is lying towards the east of 30 degrees. It is lying towards the east of 30 degrees. So in this case also, one is moving towards the east, and therefore there will be an addition of time. Now I'll tell you what happens when one has to move towards the other side. Now children, in the same manner, if the time of 30-degree east is given and 15-degree east we have to find. We do not know the time of 15 degrees east. It lies to the west of 30 degree. Therefore, in this case, there will be a subtraction. Same case is here, that 15 degrees time 1 a.m. is given and you have to find the time of 30 degrees west. Here also one is moving from east to west. The direction of movement is east to west. Hence again the time will be subtracted. I hope it's clear till here. Children, you are understanding what exactly we have to do, the first step, second step and the third step. So just remember that if we move to the right hand side of the page, time increases towards the east and the time is added. If we move towards the left hand side of the page, the time decreases and we are moving towards the west, and therefore the time will be subtracted. Now we will begin with some examples to do. Revise it for 5 to 7 minutes.